Patience is the key when dealing with tests of faith. Anyone with patience can overcome this test. Just keep believing that God knows exactly what He is doing and everything is going to be fine. God always has a reason for everything He is doing. Keep praying and keep trusting in God to show you the way. Many believers have also failed this test because they lack patience. At some point, they start to doubt the existence of God, and this poisons their heart against the idea that God has something massive planned for them. Unbelievers would not even know this is a test of faith, as they live an ungodly life prior to this test or predicament. They usually live a carefree life and do not bother themselves with praising God or praying to God. They just take life as it comes. They end up not finding a purpose as to why they were created. Unless they find God, they do not have any purpose to their lives. After they find God and accept His sovereignty over the world, only then can they fully enjoy their life. Good communication with God also preserves your faith in God. When you always pray to Him, He would always reveal His plans and will for you. Taking God along in every step of your life would strengthen your relationship with God and would help you trust God even more, so you would be comfortable during the trial times. Having a good relationship with God is very important in the journey of life. Understanding there would be ups and downs and trusting God to be in control of it all. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 1 says, "There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." James 1 verse 2 through 4 says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." There are numerous reasons why God would want to test us. It could be to strengthen our faith in Him. Tough situations make people realize how much they need God in their life. Whenever they experience hardship, they run to God. That is basically the only time most people remember there is God. Probably after God sees them through this hard time, they would be appreciative enough to stick with Him and worship Him forever. Most people increase their communication with God during hard periods. They feel they need to believe in something greater than them, and they also tend to be more appreciative of any slight comfort afforded to them. Showing gratitude for everything is also a way to strengthen your relationship with God. When you show you are thankful for the gift of life, God will keep preserving you. He loves appreciative souls. He cherishes His followers that are appreciative of every good thing given or done to them. God might be testing your faith to show you He is the Almighty. Sometimes we humans tend to dare God. We love to show God we can do it all by ourselves, and sometimes God just lets us have our way. Sometimes God just feels the need to show us He is the superior one, and He just makes us undergo a little trial so that we can understand that we need Him in all we do. We tend not to include God in our plans. We do not commit things into His hands. It is about time we understood that without God, we would not be where we are today, let alone making plans for the future. We tend not to include Him in our plans until things start turning upside down. Then we would remember we have God. This could be the reason God puts little trials on our way most times. Life is not a bed of roses. It has its good times and bad times. Whether you are a believer or not, you would go through your trial times. It is important to keep your composure and know God is always in control. If you are not a believer, you should have a rethink about your life. Put your whole life on God, trust Him and pray to Him always. He is the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the beginning and the end. He is the all-knowing and all-merciful. He would accept any unbeliever that wants to be a believer. God has plans for everyone. He knows exactly how everyone's life would turn out to be. And He listens to your prayers whenever you pray to Him. Ask Him for forgiveness, and He would forgive you. Ask Him for your needs, and He would answer you at the right time. James 4 verse 7 says, "Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Ignorance has led most of us to our doom. Most of us think we know too much, but we should know that no matter how knowledgeable you are, you can never be as knowledgeable as the God who gave you the wisdom and knowledge to solve problems. He fortifies us with wisdom to solve problems and still leaves opportunity to ask for more wisdom and understanding whenever we get confused about any particular issue in our lives. He blesses us with talents to get by, and He asks for nothing in return, only for you to serve Him. He deserves all glory and praise, and also deserves to be worshipped every time of the day. God does not like ignorant people. He would definitely punish them, and if they ask for forgiveness, He would definitely forgive them. The test and trial times will definitely turn to testimony someday. God would never watch us suffer forever. He would definitely come to our rescue. These tests are just there to fortify us with the fear of God and strengthen our relationship with God. God has what is best planned for every one of us. It pays to be a believer, as God caters for His children. God shows believers the way, and He lets them know His will. Keeping close communication with God will not only help your spiritual life, it helps every aspect of your life. God keeps close to Him people that strive to stay close to Him. The trial times has made many unbelievers believe, and has made many believers strengthen their belief. The trial times is not a time of suffering. Rather, it should be seen as a time of reflection